All right, thank you for staying with us. It's Sports Tonight. We were talking about the ongoing Beach Soccer Africa Cup of Nations taking place in Lagos before we went on the break. So let's see if we can get you up to speed with the results of the games, day 2, today's games, and then we'll talk about it. As we speak, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire playing. It's 4-4 as it is at the moment. So it's a difficult game. This is looking like for Nigeria. Cote d'Ivoire, remember, are powerhouses, and Nigeria are powerhouses in beach soccer on the continent. Libya lost 3-9 to Morocco. That's a heavy defeat for the Libyans. And of course, Ghana suffered their second loss of the games, losing 5-4 to Egypt. Senegal beat the defending champions Madagascar 3-1. So it's looking like we may be having a few surprises up our sleeves in the Beach Soccer Africa Cup of Nations taking place in Lagos. So we'll keep our eyes on the Nigeria-Cote d'Ivoire game, 4-4 at the moment, and we hope our boys can power through to get the desired result. Let's take you to Spain very quickly. You see, we're crisscrossing the continents to Spain and talk about Rivers United, who beat Villarreal, second division side today. 1-0. Good friendly for Rivers United. Yes. Very impressive, and I'm happy that the relationship between the league management company in Nigeria and La Liga is yielding very excellent results. Yeah,
these are the kind of partnerships that we all dreamt of doing. I mean, we have to put it in perspective that the beat Villarreal built team, not the main team,
of course,
not the main team in La Liga.
The team B.
You know, whichever team I think is good, test good friendly for the Rivers United because they're going to be playing amongst the best clubs on the African continent. I mean, they are going to play two more games in Spain before coming back to continue their pre-season preparation. So you can't get it, better than this. This is what every, organized club does before the season. You go outside your country after playing some friendlies in your country. Go out to go and play, top quality friendlies, and the environment is going to expose. The test is going to give the players the necessary, tests ahead of the season. The Continental Championship, the season, and all the competition they're going to play in. So for me, I hope that Rivers United will make maximum use of this situation. We want to see them come back and do well on the continent, especially. They have demonstrated what they are capable of doing in the Super 4 by winning. After losing 2-0 to Rangers
in the
first game, they showed tremendous character, went out to win their next 2 games and emerged champions of the Super 4. So all we pray for them is to continue to sustain the momentum and consolidate on whatever they're going to achieve during this pre-season preparation.
All right, so that's a good one for Rivers United. 2 more games to play, but the most important thing is to pick up very valuable lessons that can help them make an impact for Nigeria in the CAF Champions League. That's where they'll be playing, and of course on the domestic scene as well. Still talking about club football in Nigeria, it was a very big event earlier on today. It's a new culture. Merchandising is a very green area in sports marketing in Nigeria for our clubs. But we are happy that they are beginning to open their eyes to see the possibilities of merchandising. And of course, Owu, indigenous kit manufacturers, today unveiled the jerseys of all the clubs that they are going to be kitting in the Nigerian Professional Football League and in the Nigerian National League as well. And very, very beautiful. This is good. Now you can support your club, buy their jerseys, the club is able to make money, and then you have a lot more revenue around our football. Yeah, very good, Onye.
That's right, Onye. I mean, how can you have a club and sometimes you complain of lack of funds when you have, products, you have the brand to sell to your supporters? 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Tony, you call a club that you want to buy a jersey, they will keep on giving you excuses. But now the fans, can really put their money where their mouth is. You cannot say you are supporting a club without,
having
their jerseys. You can go to any of the stores and buy your jerseys, support your club, wear their colors, and the clubs in turn make a lot of money from it. So I think it's a good innovation.
Abroad, this is, easy way to make money for the clubs. You sign a player, and you have almost made all the money you used in signing that player with the number of shirts is shirts that you sell. Ibrahimovic, for example, Paul Pogba, for example, they sold shirts for United, and they've almost recouped all that they spent in acquiring these guys. That's something that we also need to begin to learn in Nigeria as a means of additional funds for the clubs, particularly government clubs that are complaining about government funding that is reducing.
I'm happy everything is happening at the same time. Everything seems to be falling into place. It gradually looks like we're having a semblance of a structure, and it gradually looks like we're trying to emulate the culture overseas, and the things that is a norm in those places, we're trying to bring it here. And if all of those things are going to work, it means that we're going to have to structure our football. Transfers are done when it should be done. Like for instance, when a new player is coming to a club, you know that it's going to put on this number. And if you want to have that jersey, you go and buy. I mean, aside from all the things that Onyemuchi has said, it just helps to promote the league in Nigeria. We're not competing favorably against the foreign leagues, but this is an aspect that will help the growth of the game in Nigeria. I think it was him I was telling that the other time, back in those days when you're watching on the weekend, you have people monitoring what is happening on the local scene with their phones and watching EPL. But the trend has changed now. You see people go to the stadium and with their phones, with their tablets, they're trying to monitor what is happening overseas. And that makes me happy. Now, another problem I saw last season, somebody's coming to watch Shooting Stars is putting on an Arsenal jersey. All of those things will change with things like this, and I hope it continues.
All right, so that's it, and we hope we'll be able to talk a lot more about this as we get close to the beginning of the season. It's a culture that's very, very positive, and I believe will positively impact on the growth of domestic football in Nigeria. We need to pause for a timeout, a very short one, and that's just to allow Yemi go take a rest. But let me just tell you that 2 goals have been scored now in the English Premier League. 2 of the games currently going on. Middlesbrough are down 0-1 to Liverpool at home, and Tottenham Hotspur are 1-0 up at home to Hull City. We'll talk about all of this and more when we return. Yemi, thank you for your time.
Always
See you again.
Always a pleasure.
All right.
Chase tries it square. In comes the cross. And off the woodwork into the back of the net. It's finished off there by Ogbug, and once again a goal disallowed. What misfortune for Ogbug Emeka. Lovely turn there from Guy Kouemian. Played it square. The cross came back. He managed to win it. It comes off the crossbar. And in an offside position, Ogbug sees his second goal disallowed. Still just 1-0. 30 minutes left to play. Christian Diaz on the ball. It's given away though. Leandro rides the first challenge. Still Leandro. Good work from Diaz. Fang making a neat run. Well defended indeed by Christian Welly. And claims for handball against Gabriel Wassa. Here's Fonda. Bruno takes out Carlos Diaz.